something really shocking. Look, Carefree Sugarless Gum here, Trident here. Both cost the same, yet Carefree gives you 32% more gum by weight than Trident. And Carefree's taste, electrifying.
Then the electricity.
I'll think about it in Washington, A.C.
That's Washington, D.C.
Get more gum with Carefree.
Now in bubble gum, too.
More
gum.
Carefree Sugarless Gum.
We have interrupted this broadcast for a very special message. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Last Ham Standing. Give it up for your moderator, Mr. Dave Wright.
All right, folks, welcome to the Last Ham Standing or streaming show. This is our third edition, and I am your host, Mr. Dave Wright. How are you? Thank you for joining us. We do appreciate it. It's always weird when we do these because we're all just sitting at home, and I always wonder if anyone's even going to watch or pay attention, but I see you in the chats. You guys are here. We appreciate that support. Got a fun show for you guys lined up. Before we get to that and our players, we're going to try to get the suggestions live as best we can. I put a few things out on the Facebook page. Didn't get a lot of response, but I'm hoping you guys will help me out here. So what I am going to do is I'm going to get suggestions about a game out so that you guys have time to fill those in. Okay. So for our first game, the suggestions that I'm going to be looking for are very simple. All I'm looking for are some initials or like 3-letter words, maybe even some 4-letter words. That'd be great. But just initials or 3 to 4-letter words. Very simple, small words or initials is what we're looking for. All right. So that's for our first game. That will be coming up in a little bit. But before we get to that, I do want to introduce our players. So in no particular order, if I could have Mr. Steve Heaton come on out.
Hello.
Dave, what's up?
How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I like your virtual background. It's really good.
Yeah, no, I just live in empty space. This is just a void. Or my basement. I'm surrounded by children's toys, but I pushed them away, so you cannot see them.
Perfect.
But I hope everybody's doing well. Dave, always good to see you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Anything new on the horizon? Just doing the same old? Same old.
Back at work, which is a huge blessing. So some of our fans reached out, and I wanted to thank them for that. So yeah, I am back at work. I'm good to go. But it's been a fun week being back. But it's definitely good to get out of the house and see some people at work. So yeah, we're doing good.
Did the digital application that we showed at the last show, did that help?
I don't think it helped me or anyone that watched it, to be honest. But it's good that it's out there, so I can live in that moment forever. So I'm thrilled.
Awesome. All right, so let's bring on our next player, Mr. David Sly. Mr. Sly, you there? Hey, you're muted. Can't hear you. Oh, there you are.
Oh. Maybe I was just doing this. You don't know.
Yeah.
I was muted. I'm sorry.
You were muted. That's right. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Staying alive, man.
Like John Travolta.
Yeah. I mean, that's every day. I try to think what would John Travolta do.
You get mistaken for him all the time, right?
All the time.
Yeah. For me, it's Jack Black. All right, so let's move on to our next player, Miss Julie Garner. Julie Garner. Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
You all.
Yes. How are you doing? You live in the city.
I do live in Washington, D.C.
How are things going out there?
It's good. I have yet to go to the grocery store since March 16th. It's an adventure.
Wait, okay. So you're having them delivered. It's not like apocalypse where you're literally just like there's just cans of food and that's all you're living on right now? Or
I started a little garden. I took all my dead house plants and filled little eggshells from my omelets with and little seeds came up. And I
nice.
only have to wait like another month until I actually have something that's grown enough to eat it. I've lost a lot of weight.
All right. Just right when you finally have something that you can actually eat, they'll lift everything and you'll be able to leave again. So,
Yeah.
well, I'm glad you're able to join us. We appreciate it.
Hey.
All right. And last but not least, all the way from Pittsburgh, PA, Mr. Matt Hartman.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. I didn't get the memo that we were wearing blue tonight. That's what I get for missing staff meetings, I guess.
I'm just saying, you did call in sick today. So
I did.
What's going on with you, man?
I'm doing all right. They made everything green here today. So everything got lifted and everyone's able to go and do everything that they were doing before. I was actually pretty fortunate. I was just working the whole time. Cause I work remotely anyway. So that was really fortunate for me. But one of the things that I wasn't doing as much was auditioning. Because I didn't really have as many auditions and things like that for, that you could do remotely, but they did some places started accepting like submissions via video. So you would like record your audition.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
But you don't get a lot of direction when they do that. They're just kind of like, hey, here's the thing, do a thing for us. So I've done a couple of those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have some you could maybe show us right now?
Oh, well, gosh, Dave, I guess I could.
Don't mean to put you on the spot.
No. I absolutely. I'm happy to show you. Yeah, let me share my screen and show you what I did.
Sounds good.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
I am recording again, just FYI. Hi, I'm Matt Hartman, and I'm 6'3", from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and this is my audition for I don't remember the name of the thing.
Yar! I'm going to get him, and I'm going to put him in a way.
Now I'd like to take a moment to do something a little more dramatic. Hey, it's a Mario. Because I'm not going to stereotype it, but it's me, Mario. Whoa! Oh man! Skiing sure is a lot of fun! Hey! What's up? It's the 80s! Got a hat from... What's happening now? Man, I can't believe you let him die. A triple threat. I can sing and dance and act. I can bake you anything you want. I can bake you a bread or other bake things. Oh, we'll get him back. Ooh, it's cold out here and there's wind everywhere. Oh, whoa, my hair. Skiing. Oh, I'm wearing short sleeves. That's a poor choice.
Action hero.
Birdie, 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 burp, burp, burp. Get me, birdie, birdie, birder. Itty bitty. It's Top Gun, man. You gotta fly your airplane and take down the Russians. Hey, hey, ho, 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 ho. That's singing. I hope you appreciated this and you enjoyed my audition, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Good. That is not good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So that's what I've been doing.
Very self-aware.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
love the you and the glasses shadow boxing. I
Mhm.
want as a background on my computer, like every time it starts up or turns off. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I felt like the chef hat, you reminded me of the character from the Muppets.
Swedish chef.
Yes.
Swedish Chef,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was shooting for.
That's well good. Mission
Got it.
accomplished.
Bullseye.
All right. Well, let us get on to the actual game playing.
Let's get on to the funny stuff.
Oh, hey.
Do that.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but you didn't say it with your words, but you said it with the sound of your voice.
True. That's true. Okay. All right. So before we get on to our first game, I'm going to give you now, you guys have been great giving me suggestions for this first game. Now for the next game, I want your next set of suggestions to be the following. Any of the following. I'm looking for random objects. All right. Anything you might see in your room currently. Doesn't really matter what it is. Any kind of object. Something you might buy at the grocery store. Very simple, right? Something you buy at the grocery store. Or used to buy at the grocery store when we went to grocery stores. And then third one I'm looking for is just kind of like a silly problem, like a first world problem, something that really isn't that big of a deal, but it is to us, right? Something silly that you find to be an issue in your life. All right. Those are our suggestions for the next game. But for our first game that you gave me the suggestions before, this is the game of acronyms. Okay. So for this game, what I'm going to do is, and actually, you know what? I should have gotten these suggestions ahead of time. I apologize. I want some people to throw out two for me real quick. If you can throw out give me some different emotions. I'm looking for maybe emotion, any kind of emotion, a geographic region of any kind. And then I'm also looking for a profession. All right. So just throw a couple of those out there. I did forget to get those ahead of time. But
One suggestion that's all three, you win.
That's right.
Show.
All right. But the game of acronyms, basically, we're going to have David Sly, you're going to be a moderator, right? And you're going to be questioning some panelists. And I'll step out of the video here in just a moment. But I'm going to give some endowments to our other players. So for your characters, just giving you something. Okay, so for Matt, I'm going to give you panicky.
Panicky. Okay.
Panicky. You
Okay.
got panicky.
Sure.
All right. Let's say for Steve, we're going to go with, okay, you're a massage therapist.
Again. Okay. I got it. Thanks.
And then Julie, Croatia.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
All right, that's your suggestions for your characters. All right. And then I will be feeding the acronyms, the initials, and the words that you guys gave me earlier to Dave, and we'll see how this game goes. All right, Dave, you ready? Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. Acronyms. Let's talk about them. They fill our phones. They fill our lives. What do they mean? BRB, TTYL, LOL, 7 could be one. We don't know. But the thing is, it's hard to keep up with acronyms, and it's hard to appreciate what they can mean, not just to you, but to anyone. So we have put together this program, bringing different people, different walks of life, to talk about acronyms and what it means, what these acronyms mean to them and their lives, to expand all of our horizons. I'm very excited. Let's get it right into it. Panelist number one, Matt, are you with us?
What? Yeah. What?
Hey, Matt.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Yourself. I just wanted you to introduce yourself. I mean, I come in peace. No harm,
Okay.
Matt. But I just wanted to introduce yourself to the
That's
audience.
fine. That's fine. I will. I'm hi there. My name is Matt, and I'm an actuary. If you don't know what that means, it means I essentially kind of figure out figure out, what the chances are of you dying, different things. So that's what I do all day. That's what I think about. That's what I think about all day long. All day long.
That is probably not healthy, but we'll find out more from Matt. Looking forward to that. Panels number 2. Julie, how are you?
Hi. My name is Croatia, and I'm just very excited to be here. I like to collect things, and I like to make new friends.
Thank you. My apologies. My executive producer is an idiot and gave me the wrong name. But it's great to have you here, Ms. Crow. And okay, yeah. Well, I'm excited to hear more from you. And last but not least, panelist number 3. How are you this evening?
Good. The name's Chaz. I'm sure you're honored to have me. So thanks for that. As you know, as your producer hired me, I am a trained masseuse. I started off with feet and then hands, and then now I do the whole thing. And it's Chaz with 2 Z's. And I'm here to answer any questions that you have or to give a massage, whatever you're down for.
Okay, well, we are on Zoom, so I'm not sure how exactly you. Never mind, we'll get back to it. But all right, so let's talk about some acronyms. Back to panelist number 1. I would love for you to explain the acronym RK. What does RK mean to you in your life?
It's okay. So like I said, when you're trying to figure out what are the chances, that's what I'm always doing. A lot of people think that that's just, it's more of a hobby. It's just not really a career. And they just, because you do a lot of time just sitting and you're reading and you're looking and you're finding and you're doing different things. And so a lot of people come up to me and they say, sorry, what was it again?
RK?
Yeah, right. RK. They say RK, and I say, yeah, I'm really keeping track. Yeah, really keeping. Yeah, and then I add track on the end because.
Right. You got to.
Because what? Why? What if you don't? Whoa, what would happen? We don't know. No. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know.
What are the chances of us anyone knowing?
I don't know.
Yeah. Panelist number 2, RK.
Yeah. I think it's really important to observe the world around us, and particularly to really give our love to all the species of the animals in the world. And I particularly find myself drawn to ones with large beaks, and I've done a lot of studying, and particularly I feel as though I have a high level of RK, raven knowledge.
I see. Well, I hope that pays off for you somehow. And Chaz with 2 Z's, RK, what do you got for me?
I was giving the Dalai Lama a massage. This was.
Is it hands or feet, or were you up to the whole thing at this point?
It was the whole thing. I don't want to. It's the Dalai Lama, and I'm not to name drop or anything, but I was giving him a little massage. This is several years ago, and I was for the first time in my life. I mean, it's the Dalai Lama. I was nervous, and so the whole time I'm massaging him, I'm thinking in my head, okay, man, RK was it? It was RK. I was like RK, and that was just me reminding myself, relax the knees, because the last thing you want to do is pass out on top of the Dalai Lama. Yeah, he's very old.
Oh, so you meant to relax your own knees? You weren't.
Yes, because otherwise I would have fallen over.
All right. Yeah. Why would the massage therapist be concerned with the relaxation of their person they're massaging? No, that's great. Hey, I already feel like I'm learning a lot. We want to move right along. Panelist number 1, I'm going to come back to you. What does the acronym COW mean? COW.
Well, it's. I mean, so here's the thing. The job that I have is a different one than what you have, because you're a host, which I have to tell you, not a good chance for you. But here's the thing. I have to take a look at everything, right? I have to take a look at the entire wide-ranging everything that there is, right? So essentially, I have to check out the COW, man. I have to look at the chances of the world. Yeah.
That makes perfect sense to me. I mean,
the whole world.
The whole world. That's a lot of That's a lot of chances to think about. Wowzers. Panels number 2. What do you got for me? COW.
COW is the fundamental concept that we must have in order to survive. I know this because I have a big brain, but in order for my big brain to be able to take care of my big body, I need to make sure that my body is taken care of, and I need to stay hydrated, which is why it's very important to COW, to calculate our water.
Okay, you got to calculate your water. I mean, that makes sense. You probably should talk to panelist number 1 because he's probably helpful with that. Chaz, COW in the massage world, what does that mean to you?
For me, man, I'll be honest, there's getting a massage and giving a massage. It's a very emotional transaction that happens, right? I don't know if it's chakra related or what, right? But a lot of the celebrities that I work on, a lot of them will get upset or they'll cry. And it's during this time that I've had to remind myself that you can't be there for them all. You know what I mean? But there is one celebrity I will always be there for when he is crying. And so I use COW, console only walk-in. If I'm giving Christopher Walken a massage and he starts crying again, I have to be there for him. I mean, he's the Walken, right? So he's the only one I'll take care of, but the rest of them, I just take payment and then I promptly leave.
Chaz, I got to tell you, you just really have kind of been bearing the lead here. To be honest with you, you started off, it didn't seem like you knew a whole lot about massage therapy, but you massaged the Dalai Lama, Christopher Walken. I mean, that's quite a client list just right there. That's quite impressive. All right, well, we have time for one more acronym. This one means a lot to me because, this acronym kind of spells my name. But back to panelist number 1, the ever popular acronym DAVE. What does that mean to you?
Yeah. I use that one a lot. Because the thing is, when you're explaining this to people, they don't like it. They don't like what you're saying. They don't want to hear what you have to say, right? And there's a lot of insurance companies. There's a lot of things that you're doing, and there's a lot of stuff that just happens, right? But I tell them this is the way it is, and I try to I cushion the blow. I cushion the blow a little bit, right? And I say, yeah. It's just gonna be a Dave. I call it a Dave. It's just gonna be a DAVE, man. You're just gonna be dead after visiting Elvis. I mean, that's it. That's what's gonna happen to you. But that happens to everyone.
Is that a causal or a corollary relationship there with Elvis?
It's both.
What?
Yeah, that's the crazy part about it. Yeah.
Man, panelist number 2, DAVE is already starting to scare me, but what does it mean to you?
Well, I think that DAVE, it's about truth, and it's about knowledge, and it's about knowing things, and also maintaining the course of knowing things all the time. And so DAVE represents to me determining all veracity every day. Every day.
So much pressure. So much pressure. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you're calculating your water so carefully, because you could get dehydrated with all that. Wow. Chaz, again, coming to you last, but of course not least. DAVEs. I can already see it in your eyes. Must mean something really special. What do you got?
My dad used to work at the zoo.
Sorry, who's your dad?
Oh, that's very dangerous.
Who's your dad?
It does. It's not important. Okay. What's important here is what Chaz is saying. So my dad used to work at the zoo, and he would massage the animals. They didn't pay him to, but they've asked him nicely to leave, and he just wouldn't. So he was working on the animals for a while, and there was a terrible accident that happened. And now the Dave philosophy is what I live by, which is don't anger violent elephants. Don't do it. And they don't like massages. They look like they might, but they hate them. And I live my life by that.
If you do it, they will never forget. I can guarantee you that. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you again for being here. I've learned so much. And that is our program for today. Tune in next time.
All right. Well, I liked your Croatia there, Julie. I didn't know you were so good with accents.
I haven't been there. I don't know what Croatian accent sounds like, so I wanted to be able to do it justice.
That's awesome. All right, so great suggestions there from you guys. Appreciate that. Especially the Dave suggestion for me and Mr. Sly. That was very nice. Okay, so we're moving on to our next game. But before I do that, I am going to give you your suggestion ideas that I need for the following game. So you've already given me the suggestions for this one. But for the next game, what I'm looking for are, give me a significant event that might happen to you at some point in high school. Significant event that might happen to you at some point in high school. All right. That's your suggestion for the next game. But this game is the game of press conference. All right. So the way this game works is one of our players is going to be holding a press conference. Okay. And during that press conference, we're going to try to get him to guess a few things. So who's going to be who's going to be holding the press conference?
I think Matt Hartman is.
Matt Hartman. Okay. So, Mr. Hartman, I'm going to put you in the waiting room. So with Zoom, you could be put in the waiting room, which obviously we're going to be on the honor system. His video will not be turned off, like he can't hear. So in the waiting room, he will not know any of the suggestions. It's the best way we know to do it. So everybody say goodbye, Matt.
No.
Goodbye,
Bye, Matt.
Bye.
I miss you.
All right. So Matt's in the waiting room now, so he can't hear the suggestions. So you guys are going to be reporters asking questions, and through your questions, you're going to be giving clues to 3 pieces of information that we are trying to get Matt to guess. The first thing that we are trying to get him to get is an invention. He invented something, right, that he's there to talk about. So the invention that he created is simply he invented toilet paper. All right. He invented toilet paper. The second thing we're looking for is what is needed. What is that crucial thing that is needed to make his special toilet paper work? And that item is peanut butter.
Of course, it's so simple.
So simple, right? They didn't specify whether it's creamy or chunky, but you can take that for what it was. And then the final thing we're looking to get him to guess is what problem does this special peanut butter toilet paper solve? And it solves the problem that we all have, which is it helps us find our remote. We all lose our remote and we have trouble finding it. This special invention of toilet paper, I guess, with powered by, I don't know, peanut butter's involved somehow. It helps them find their remote.
All right, we'll do it.
Okay.
I mean, I would buy that toilet paper, quite frankly.
Yeah. All right, so guys, you if you could turn off your video, and then I'll bring Matt in, and then he'll introduce you guys momentarily. All right, so we've got our suggestions. You guys know what those are. And I'm going to go ahead and bring Matt in now. All right. So, Matt, are you there?
Oh, there's no air in there.
Man, I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you. Yeah, you did have to take a deep breath. I apologize. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I can hold my breath for a really long time because of swimming.
Oh, you're a swimmer?
No.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. So you were here for a press conference. So
okay.
I know there are some reporters that are waiting to ask you some questions. I'm going to go ahead and turn my video off. And whenever you're ready, take it away.
Great. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I really appreciate you all being here. Obviously, this is a big day for all of us. Big announcements. Obviously, everybody gets very excited about all those Apple unveilings and whatnot. We like to think that this is going to be just as exciting for everybody. So, yeah, I mean, I just want to start off and find out if there are any questions from the top. So I see a gentleman over there in a blue shirt. Oh, you're all wearing blue shirts. Well, I I guess the gentleman with the spiky hair and the white collar. There you go, Mr. White Collar. Why don't you ask your question first? Yeah.
Hi. Thank you for taking my question first. I really appreciate it. I didn't really have a question so much as a comment. And
Okay.
I just want to say you're doing a great job. You're really on a roll. So just keep it going.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The young lady with the pink around her wrist there. What's your? Did you have a question or a comment?
Well, I had a question. I'm concerned about the underprivileged communities and how this invention is really going to help the homeless. I mean, what about all the bums?
Right. Yes. Well, I mean, we're concerned about that too, just in general, not just with today's announcement, obviously, but in the whole big scheme of the world. But we really we feel that having a mode of transportation that they can use could be really helpful. That's just in general. I think that's a good idea. It's not connected to today, but I think it's a good idea. You have a question there, Mr. What do we call that? Mr. Dark Collar over there. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. Glasses. You've got glasses. Why don't you tell me about your glasses?
Thanks for reducing me to that.
Sure.
Listen, I really enjoy just the idea of invention. And we all know most invention creativity is usually sort of unplanned and spontaneous. So I'm just curious. I mean, did you mean to do this? Like, was this like the number one thing you were looking, or was like number two, or where was that on your list of priorities?
Well, it was at the top of the list for sure. I mean, I think that essentially what we were feeling was that if we could find a way to invent a toilet paper roll that would help everybody, that's what we should do, because that's what everybody needs. So we did invent a toilet paper roll that everybody could use.
Great.
Yes, the white collar gentleman again.
Of course, we all know you invented that. That's kind of why we're here.
Right.
But is there something that you need from us or the community in general?
Oh, yes, and that's kind of one of the reasons that we called the press conference in the first place, is that moving forward with this, in order to actually complete it, to make sure it works the way that we want it to work, there are some things that we're going to need from everyone all around the world. And we're going to, yes, I see a question from Glasses over there. Glasses.
Yeah, thank you. I've actually come around on the name. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, just actually not a question. I actually just want to chime back in with a comment. A lot of times we do these press conferences. It takes a really long time. We get hungry. I just want to say thanks. It's been a really nice spread. So just thank you.
A really nice what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Spread.
Oh, a nice spread. Oh, yes. Well, I mean, we're here to make you comfortable, and we felt that was one way that we could do that. We invented a toilet paper roll. Of course, we want people to be comfortable. I think that's pretty straightforward. Let's see, other questions. White collar, yes. What was your question?
Thank you. My question was, oh God, this is embarrassing. Hang on. My question was, okay, just come back to me. I'll remember it here in a jiff.
Okay. Gosh, that is embarrassing. I mean, this is nationally broadcast stuff here, and I should get around. I'm sorry. I realized I didn't tell you what it is that we're looking for, what it is that we need in order for this toilet paper roll to work the way that we want it to. We're gonna need peanut butter from as many sources as we can get it, and not peanuts. Okay, let's be clear about that, because I think the last conference we had, some people got the wrong idea. We have so many peanuts, we don't know what to do with them. We need peanut butter. We're just going to throw the peanuts away, I think. So, yes, the gentleman over there, Glasses, I believe was your name.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to say, first of all, this is very exciting news. Now, the application of this, I just, I'm blown away by how creative this is. And, I personally believe I could use this. I'm just curious, how did you channel the energy to really think through how we could use this particular product in life?
Well, I mean, I think the applications are obvious. But I mean, that's because my brain works much better than most people's. So I'm able to see things that others don't. So I there are connections that I make that you can't possibly make. Like, for instance, I named my child and that's, I mean, I don't want to explain what that is. You don't know.
How do you spell that?
Yeah, it can't be spelled in human. Yes. Anyway, let's talk. I'll tell you a little bit about the application in just a second, but that young lady seemed to have a question, so you go right ahead.
Yeah, I don't mean to push your buttons, but I'm really concerned about some things that I just can't find, like loose change and breadcrumbs and toenail clippings and large chunks of dog hair. So I don't mean to upset you, but where are these things?
Well, it's going to depend a little bit on you, the answer to that question. Everybody's going to find those in different places, obviously.
They're going to all be in the same place.
Well, I mean, eventually, sure. We all return from whence we came. So I think that answered that question. The gentleman in the white collar shirt, yes.
Look, I don't really have the power to say what I want to say, but I really think you should just rewind or pause yourself here, because I think you're going to look back on this, you're like, man, I wish I would have muted half of what I said, and I don't want to, the volume of our questions maybe is too much for you and you didn't really figure it out. But I, the other reporter, I'm happy she's pushing your buttons. Okay. I don't have any more questions.
Oh, well, that's rude. That's look, if he's going to be that way, we're going to put an end to this entire press conference. I'm not going to put up with that. Okay. Now listen, I'm excited about this toilet paper roll that we invented. Now we do need the peanut butter, obviously, to get it working. And I'll tell you what, this is the toilet paper roll that is going to help you find your remote control. All right. So that's what you needed. That's what you asked for. That's what you wanted. And that's what I gave to you. But you know what? Instead, I'm going to get on a rocket ship and go to space. So goodbye, everybody.
Who's going to watch her?
I'm going. I'm going to space. I'll be in space.
All right. Well, there you go.
I don't know if he's coming back. I'll be honest with you.
No, he's done. He's done.
He's back. No one looked.
No.
I'm okay, guys. I'm right here. Hi.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Whenever Matt gets upset, he goes to space. He takes his ball and goes home.
I was doing an Elon Musk thing. You guys like that?
Yeah.
That was an Elon Musk thing.
Spot on. Is he Croatian or?
Personally, I love the guy. I think I love a good Tesla, but I just.
All right, cool. So we're gonna roll right along to our next game. Before that, I do want to give you your suggestion for the upcoming game. So the next game after this one, the suggestion I'm going to need is a famous fairy tale. Famous fairy tale. All right. But this game we're going to be playing is dubbing. Now, anyone that watched our show last time, we did play something that we called dubbing, but this one's going to be structured a little bit differently. So the way this is going to work is we're going to get a suggestion, which I already got from you guys. I'll tell you guys what that is in a moment. Based on the suggestion, we're going to have two of our players on screen acting out the scene. The two other players will stop their video and they will be providing the voices for the two players that are on screen. So the two players on screen, make sure you mute yourselves. And then the players that are stopping their video, you will keep your obviously audio on. You'll provide the audio for the players. Okay. So who is going to be voicing and who is acting out?
I will be a voice and I will voice.
All right. Goodbye, Steve. And who else is? Yes, I see. All right. So Matt and Julie, you will be acting out. Steve and Dave will be providing the voices. The suggestion for you guys is detention. Detention. All right. Take it away.
Hey, you listen here, kid. You got to get your life on a straight and narrow.
you're heading down a bad path. You know how you know that? Because I'm pointing at you and I'm pointing to space. And if you're not careful, you're just going to end up in tiny spaces. Yep.
Well, look, just a minute, okay? I was in yearbook class and I didn't mean to fall asleep, but I was studying for exams. Okay, so I fall asleep one time and all of a sudden I'm in detention. This isn't cool like the Breakfast Club. This is lame. You're a lame. You are a lame.
What? Lame?
You're
I
lame.
don't think you're allowed to say that to me. I'm a teacher. I don't really know my rights anymore, but this is my forehead and I'm a person. All right?
All right. All right. I see what you're doing. I understand. I have a forehead too. Okay. I'm a person too. Look at me right here. And I'm here and I'm in front of you. Okay. And I shouldn't even be here because schools are shut down. Okay. Because of the virus. And I don't know why I'm here, but I'm here. Okay. Oh gosh. I think you got me. Listen, I'm going to need to leave here soon. Okay.
No, this is the whole point of detention is you can't leave. Look, you sit there. Okay, then I am over here. I do my own activities. I'll give you, like I run on a hamster wheel. I like to make clay pottery. I stretch to stay loose. And then the one other thing that I do is this. Pretty self-explanatory.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen that before. Do you take interpretive dance?
I teach interpretive dance. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was interpreting myself. So listen, if you want to learn how to get your life on track, you have to learn how to express yourself meaningfully. Now watch me express myself silently with nothing but my physical movement to show exactly what I mean. Here I go.
Yeah, okay. I think I get it. Okay, yeah, no, you feel like you're lost, but you're still trapped, and you're trying to figure out who you are, but then your eyes shut really tight sometimes, and you can't really see yourself. I get it. It's kind of like an allegory of the cave, right? And you're not really free or know who you are until you're out, and you can see where you've been, right?
I was acting out the movie Jaws, actually.
Oh, I was way off.
That's more detention.
Oh, wait. One more thing.
What?
I really treasure the time that we had together today, but I need to get back, okay? Just to my life and away from this school. But it's been awesome, so thanks.
I think, all right, I don't care. I shouldn't be here either.
Okay, all right. That's I think that we'll end it there. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. That's how I remember.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
All right,
There's
well,
that.
there it is. You have to deal with that now.
So that's forever.
Lives on the interweb.
Matt, are you looking for Sarah Connor or what's going on over there?
Yeah, Kana.
Nice.
Thanks.
Good.
You like that?
Okay. All right. That was fun.
That's my Croatian accent.
That was good. That was good. All right. So this I've got a couple more that we're gonna do for you guys. This next one's fun. Before I do that, the final game, I do need a suggestion for that. And for that game, I'm looking for some different hobbies. So why don't you throw up in the chat some hobbies that you guys might have, and we'll use that in our final game. But
Dave,
before that,
you're not supposed to use this show as a way to find new pastimes. That's not what this is about, buddy. We're doing a show here, trying to entertain the people.
Just search
Dude,
it out.
I need help because there's just so much that I can watch on Netflix.
So much. That's a good idea. Then you should get a new hobby. You're right.
I need something. So
I'm
yeah.
convinced.
So give me some hobby ideas, please. All right. So this game we're gonna play is 6 o'clock news, and we did play this last time, but we had a lot of fun with it, so we thought we'd do it again. So the way this works is we're just gonna kind of recreate what like a newscast might look like. But the suggestion for the newscast is the fairy tale of Peter Pan. Peter Pan. All right. So who's going to be your anchor? I think it's going to be you, Steve, right?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, so everyone else could just go ahead and stop their video. I'm going to get the music queued up. So as soon as you hear that, you will be good to go. All right.
All right. Hello, and welcome to your 6 o'clock news. I'm Chad Stedman. Thank you for tuning in this evening. We have big news here in Neverland. Captain Hook has escaped from his underwater jail, and Peter Pan has gone missing. For more on this story, we take you live on the scene with our reporter Dave, who's going to kind of fill us in on the background and everything we know up until this point. Dave, are you out there?
Hey, Steve, glad to be here with you. I'm actually en route myself to Neverland. Second star to the right, straight on till morning. So I've got a long commute ahead of myself still, but happy to check in.
Great. I thought you were on the scene. You're still traveling, you said?
I'm trying to get to the scene. Yeah, it's been there's been traffic, satellite interruption, that whole thing. So, but we're getting there.
Okay, great. What do you know about either the whereabouts of Peter Pan or how Captain Hook escaped?
Well, Captain Hook was handcuffed. Then the ever villainous crocodile bit his hand off. He was able to slip out of the cuffs, put on a hook, which was conveniently named. A lot of people are saying, sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy there. But he was able to escape. Peter Pan is in pursuit. He had to change real quick, had an issue with his tights, but he is en route. The Lost Boys are, they're not allowed to go anywhere. So we're just kind of trying to figure it out.
Okay, great. We're gonna check back in with you a little bit later. Hopefully you're closer to the gig. It looks like you're just in space right now.
Yep, a lot of space.
Okay, great. We'll check back in with you. So what we need to do now is just check in with our resident expert on Peter Pan, Matt, who's here in one of the divisions of our studio, separated from us. Matt, what can you tell us about the legend of Peter Pan and what he means to Neverland?
Yeah. Well, you can see here, I'm sitting in the foyer where we have an excellent painting of one of the pirate ships that Captain Hook actually first sailed. And the reason we have this painting here is because Peter dedicated it to us. He gave it to us, and he felt that this really exemplified what that pirate was all about.
Matt, that very true, and that is one of my favorite paintings we have in there. Of course, in the lobby there we have a whole bunch of different paintings. Can you walk over right now and show me another one?
I would love to. Give me 1 second.
Okay, great. Yeah, understanding these photos are very important to understand.
All right, now this painting over here is this is a painting of an amazing. This painting is amazing because it actually moves, and it's not still like the others. And this is a battle that occurred between Peter and the captain.
We'll come back to Matt.
What's the problem?
We need to see the picture. It's fine. We'll come back to you. We'll come back.
Okay, that sounds great. Thanks, Stephen.
Steve's fine. And it's Chet. I don't know why you call me Stephen or Steve. That's a ridiculous thing to do. And clearly it says Chet. It says so on my dressing room door. It's not important. It's fine. I'm professional, and we're going to go check on the weather. We're going to see the disappearance of Peter Pan and, of course, the escaping of Captain Hook. What does that mean for your weekend? Let's go with Julie, live in our weather station. Julie, you out there?
Yes, as you can see here, the landscape is entirely devoid of any people that we're looking for. I don't see Peter. I don't see Captain Hook. I don't even see the Lost Boys. All I see is land and clouds. So I'm just guessing that they just aren't existing on this particular terrain.
Yeah, it's a very that's a very high view. So maybe we just don't see them. I'm not sure how maps work. How about the weather? What does the weather look like for the weekend?
Oh, very, very cloudy. Certainly enough to, cover up a flying ship, if you will, or flying people, or anybody who happens to be in the air. Lots of cover.
Oh, okay, great. Hopefully that's good news for Peter Pan if he is flying. Julie, give me 1 second. I'm actually getting word from David. He's a little bit closer to the scene. David, are you there?
Steve, I was able to hightail it to Never Never Land, but I have been taken prisoner by the pirates. I'm currently residing in the brig. I'm being treated well, though I am not allowed, as they say, to think happy thoughts. So things are kind of grim.
Okay. I mean, I hope you make it. This feels like every week you get captured by the pirates, and I'm starting to think maybe it's just on you.
Well, that hurts. I'll be honest with you. I'm dedicated to my job.
Okay. Well, try to think of the happy thoughts because, okay. Well, they might have taken him. Julie, you're back?
I found the pixie dust.
Oh, no, you shouldn't have gotten into that. That's just for our holiday parties. Oh, no. Okay. Well, we'll check back in with Julie here momentarily. Dave? Oh, no. David didn't make it, guys. He still has the glasses on, though. That's how we know it's him. Let's check in with Matt real quick. Still in the lobby. Matt.
What? Oh, yeah, I turned the camera around. Steve, I don't know if you know this or not, but our lobby is not very good on the other side. There's some great paintings, yeah, like over there. But unfortunately over here, not so good, Steve.
Okay, well, this might be our last news broadcast. Matt, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I'm curious as to why you changed your name, Steve.
It's always been Chet. It was Chet when you met me 4 years ago. What does that mean? What are you doing with your head? Okay. All right. Thank you, Matt, for that. Julie?
I'm on the scent. I'm on the trail. I'm gonna find the Lost Boys.
Okay, pretty sure that's just in the back of the studio there. That property's not even ours. Julie, be careful. Don't get taken by pirates, please.
Steve, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the national forecast. I'm in the weather room, Steve. What do you think?
It's Chet, and you shouldn't
Check
be
it out. There's your town, Chettleston.
It's closer to Chet. We'll take that. I believe that's all the time we have for the news. Matt, do you want to take us out? No?
I sure do. Bye!
Oh my gosh. Matt's left. Oh, there he is. Okay.
I'm right here. I'm right here. What are you guys talking about?
So
are we going to do the 6 o'clock news?
Oh,
what do you think just happened?
Oh gosh, I must have. Sometimes that happens.
Again. Oh my goodness.
Been inside for a long time.
Yep. Chet Stedman, aka Steve. Good job.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I needed that. Happy we found the pixie dust. That was fun.
Yeah. All right. So we've got one final game we're going to do for you guys tonight. Thanks for sticking with us. We're hoping you guys have some fun. So this last game is called Last Second Expert. So the way this game works is it's you all are experts on a topic. Maybe an odd topic to be an expert on, but you are experts on that topic. I'm going to have a timer set up and give you approximately a minute and a half to just talk about why you're an expert on this. And, just to keep things kind of organized, you'll be talking one at a time. So I want you to just kind of wave at me when you want me to pick on you. And you'll start telling me why you're an expert, right? And what it is about this topic that you're an expert on. And then if other people want to object, they can wave at me. I will choose them to object, and they will tell me what their objection is. If I agree with it, I'll let them continue on with their thought. If not, I might reject it and continue with the person that was already speaking. And we'll just see who's left standing at the end of a minute and a half. All right. So the topic that you all are experts on is the topic of taxidermy.
Awesome.
Taxidermy. All right. So your time starts now, and I'd like to go ahead and start with, I'll start with Julie.
Thank you. Thank you. Taxidermy is an almost ancient practice that was discovered in ancient Babylonia. They would want to stuff their animals in order to keep them with them. I mean, they really were connected to them. They were a part of the family. And
thank you. Yes, David.
That is not the origins. Taxidermy got to start in ancient Rome, and I can prove it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to hear that. David, go ahead.
All right, yeah. So see, dermy comes from the Latin dermatus, which means skin, and taxi comes from the Latin word taxus, which is to shuttle things around from point A to point B. So taxidermy originally was anytime you transported some sort of skin, to and fro. This is very popular with hunters. It was very popular.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. So yeah, Matt, go ahead.
There's just no way that that's true.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, taxidermy started out in the town of Dermy, England. See, that's why it's called taxidermy, because there was a gentleman who drove a taxi. In England, of course, they're black. They're not yellow like you'd see in New York. And he drove in the town of Dermy.
Okay, hold that thought. Steve, yes?
I was listening to Matt speak and I thought he was smarter, but I realized he only put glasses on for this game specifically to appear smarter. And I think that's a lie.
That's a good point. I didn't notice that. Yeah, Steve, please, I want to hear from you.
Look, I'm dumb, okay, and I've been dumb, and I'm okay, and I embrace that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hold on, Julie. Yes.
Yeah, I think that Steve Heaton is one of the smartest people that I've ever met.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to have to reject that. Go ahead, Steve. Keep going.
Thanks. I go by Chet sometimes. Sometimes I go by Steve. There are days where I'll wake up and think, man, I should have gone to work.
Yeah, Dave, go ahead. And we're at about 45 seconds in.
Yeah, no, and while I appreciate the content of what Steve's saying, this has nothing to do with taxidermy.
Oh, yeah.
No. Go ahead, Julie. Yeah, I want to hear from Julie.
Dave is incapable of gratitude.
Ooh.
That's very true. Julie, go ahead and continue.
So not only, we all need to be grateful for the taxidermy that we have in our lives, to be able to have this living being.
Yep. Hold that thought. Dave, go ahead. And we got 20 seconds left, guys. 20 seconds.
She just kind of created a paradoxical situation. She said, I'm not capable of gratitude, but then said we all have to be grateful. So, I mean, what is it?
Oh, yeah. But I'm okay with it. Go ahead, Julie.
Yes. So the taxidermy is actually in the modern age is actually the highest growing the job in the.
Yes, Matt, go ahead. We have 15 seconds.
Yeah, I have to object. The highest growing job is barista.
Oh, I'd like to hear more about that. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah. So at Starbucks, what they're going to start to do is taxidermy like little rodents and stuff like that, and put them in the cups. And then that way, when people start to drink it, they're going to like find a special surprise underneath.
And okay, Julie, go ahead. And 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Steve Heaton actually took a barista and taxidermy, and it's in his house, in his basement specifically. I saw it.
In private.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for, and I don't think we want to hear any more. So I'm going to give that to Julie as our last second expert. Well done. Well done. All right, folks. Well, that is our little show for tonight. I hope you guys had fun and we put a smile on your face during some crazy times. We're going to do this again, first Fridays, what we did at Tally Ho. So we're going to kind of keep that going with these online shows. So our next show is Friday, July 3rd. And we'll be doing our next live streaming show then. And I'm hearing, for those that come see us over at Franklin Park, that we might be getting back there towards the end of July. So I'll have more news on that at our July show, but there's a good chance that you will get to see us live in person at the end of July. But July 3rd, we will be back on your TV screens if you want us. And I'm going to take us out with some music. And guys, why don't you go ahead and say goodbye to everybody? Steve, you want to acknowledge the music? Music. And sound. All right, folks. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.